I guess I moved to the beach in Myrtle Beach when I was 21, and I don't know, I was working and somebody asked me to try something and I did, so I started doing pills, and I guess I did that for quite a few years. And then once I moved back, I don't even remember, you know, 5 years later or something, I did, somebody else said, man, this is the same thing. So then I tried heroin, and I did that for years. And I think I went to jail or something. It wasn't long, but it was like, it was enough to make me stop. So I didn't do anything for a very short period of time, but then when I did, I switched to meth. My sister died when she was 12. They went for a joyride, and my dad just got out of prison, but when we came home, we was going down Bearville Avenue, and I said, dang, Daddy, look at that car. Somebody got in a bad car accident. So we get home, somebody walked up to my dad and me and said, hey, well, sorry, your sister died today. Well, sorry, your daughter died today. So that was when she was, like I said, she was 12, I was 14. And so that was hard. And then my brother did the same. He was doing the same stuff I was, all of this the whole time, except he's younger, like 9 years younger. And well, he ended up going to the jail, and he hung himself. That's probably one of the reasons I started. But as long as I was high, I didn't think about anything else, you know. It helped me not worry about my sister, and then my brother. You know, I'd hate to say I don't think about him. I mean, I do. Like if we drive past the cemetery or something, but I don't know. I'm lost for words. But I mean, I always told myself that I would, you know, if I didn't stop, I was going to like die, you know. And it's like I always knew this, but you just, I mean, you're at a point. It's just holds on to you so hard, this addiction, and I just couldn't break it, you know. I couldn't do it on my own. I mean, I wanted to, you know, but I just couldn't do it. I tried over and over, and went to prison for a year, a couple of years ago, and I was just trying to move and get somewhere. And I wasn't going anywhere. I guess I was going backwards the whole time. You know, ruining my marriage, my relationship with my kids.
I actually typed up the divorce papers and was ready to file, but the Lord told me not to. He said, no, not yet, no. I said, okay, I won't. But I really wanted to. Like, being with somebody that's an addict is very difficult. It's very hard for the family. It's not just a him disease, it's a family disease. And it's a very difficult thing to go through with somebody, the stress, the anxiety.
You know, I guess I was at my mother's house, maybe the bathroom or something. Somebody said I was drugged into the living room and covered up with a blanket and a pillow or something. So, I don't know. I guess they thought I was going to be okay or something, they said. So, they didn't worry about me. I guess they thought I was going to come out of it. I guess she called and had whatever, the ambulance or police go over there, and I guess I died twice or something. So I mean, I don't know and I don't remember. Like I said, I just know that that's what I was told. So
it's been months. It's been a long process. It's been November 15th will be a year that he's been like this since his overdose, and I'm just thankful to God that God used me to get, you know, to make that phone call, that urgency in my gut, you know. And I'm just glad that God used me to get him the attention that he needed, the medical attention that he needed.
Yes, I don't remember going to the hospital. I don't remember going home, but I really don't. I don't remember going there. I don't remember getting home. And, I've been trying to piece things together, but it's really hard. I probably ask my wife everything, 20 times a day, because, I guess I need to write it down. That's what my wife said. She said, write it down in a notebook and go back and read it. But
after his overdose, he was in the ICU immediately. For 7 days, he was in the ICU. He was in a coma for probably for about 3 days. Wasn't responsive. We didn't know if he was going to make it or not. He started to come to very agitated, didn't speak very well, couldn't really understand what anybody was saying. They couldn't tell me a whole lot after, maybe probably till like the 5th day of going from being in the ICU, that he had a brain injury. They did an MRI. He had significant lesions on his brain. He was like 30 hours laying down for like 30 hours overdosing. So he has 2 different types of brain injuries, a hypoxic, which is like low oxygen for a very long period of time, and then anoxic brain injury, which means he went without oxygen at all for like, I'm not sure how long, but the EMTs got there just in time, because it could have been a lot worse. He suffered a brain injury, 2 different types of brain injuries, brachial plexus nerve damage in his shoulder, which caused him not to be able to move his whole arm, his hand, his fingers, nothing. He couldn't even feel it. When he first got out of the hospital, he had like very, very severe like pain in his arm. Like you couldn't even like brush it at all. It was completely painful. Like all his nerves were going crazy. So it was very, very, very difficult. And then when he came home from the hospital, he slept for like months. So that's why his brain doesn't register like the time lapse from the overdose and everything, and he still doesn't remember what happened that night. Anyways, during this whole journey, he's made a huge amount of progress going through the physical therapy. He started out with speech for cognitive deficit. He had occupational therapy, working on his hands and his fingers. I tell you, the staff that they had at Warren Memorial was fantastic. Everybody was so patient with him. And he just recently discharged from physical therapy, because right now the nerves in his shoulder, his deltoids, have to heal. They take a very, very long time to heal. So at that point, so we're just in a waiting. He just has to keep doing what he's doing, kind of do some strengthening at the gym. But in the cognitive deficit, the short-term memory loss can last for a very long time. So it's a long time healing. It will take a long time to heal that kind of things.
I lost like my whole arm, my shoulder, elbow. I lost this, and it's just been hanging around, and I couldn't. Just recently, though, it hadn't been that long. I can move it, but I can't get it all the way up. So I guess other than the brain, and I don't remember anything from now, so we'll finish this and I won't remember, but I guess it's hard, it's hard to stop. So I don't think I could have done it on my own. So I guess this is how I was slowed down and said, you need to stop and take a break. So that's what I'm doing. Just trying to be a better person. Hey, I'm just glad to be here now, I guess things are different, and I guess I got a different way of looking at things anyways. I guess I still get angry sometimes. I think it's just more frustration. I've been home for like 9 months sitting on this couch. I'm sure I broke it in pretty good by now. I think I got a better relationship with my son and the other kids, but I get to spend a lot of time with them. So, that's good. Because I don't think my relationship with the kids was very good, So, I guess I've always just been worried about myself and not everybody else. I'm happy I've grown a better relationship with the kids and wife. And you know, I guess I had it to the point we was ready to get divorced, and I guess she didn't give up on me, so yeah. I'm glad she didn't. So like I said, I guess my wife and God, that's why I'm here. So I'm here for I got a second chance, and I'm gonna try to make the best of it.
The result of an overdose is something that is, I mean, I'm lucky that he is alive for sure, but it is a very, very trying period of someone's life. To be a caregiver, to go through those types of things, for the children to alternate, you know, being a parent and then being a caregiver to your husband, to a spouse, or somebody that has went through an overdose, it's a lot. It's a lot.
The only thing, I mean, to finish, but so, I mean, I know they said it was like a short period of time, but I mean, I experienced like going somewhere else, you know, and I guess God, he just, somebody told me, they said, it's not your time yet, you gotta go back. So, here I am.
And so I'm just so thankful to God that he was watching over us and protecting us and brought him through it, because he does have a purpose. And I'm hoping that all of this is going to be impactful, because this is, you know, people can recover. People can get through this. You just have to trust in the Lord.